welcome back to Witch Daily's Countdown to Halloween, Countdown to Samhain. I'm going to welcome you back. Hope you are having a wonderful witchy season as we get on our approach to Samhain and really get into drinking our pumpkin lattes and eating our pumpkin bread and getting ready for Halloween. We are going to talk today about burning the remnants. So the other day we talked about gathering the remnants. Now we're going to talk about burning them. And it's something slightly different, but it's got a connection. So bear with me. If you have not seen the video, or if you don't remember the video on weaving your weird, highly recommend you go back and watch it because there'll be some connection here. It's only a couple minutes long. Shouldn't take you very long. So we talked a little bit about weaving your weird and understanding that you get to participate in the part of fate that is meaningful to you, right? That you shouldn't just accept fate. Gathering the remnants means not only to pull together the things that are no longer in your life, but also to reflect and review on the things that you want in your life. So one of the pieces of our Samhain ritual, and we also do it at our for Litha, for the summer solstice, is we pull together the things that are no longer serving us. And what happens is so many of us, most of us have these patterns and habits and structures that we've built over the course of our lives for coping with trauma or dealing with difficulty, or maybe we had to learn something all on our own. Nobody taught us, and we learned a way of dealing with stuff that's maybe doesn't serve us anymore. Or maybe it's an old relationship that doesn't serve us. Or maybe we're mourning someone who's passed on and we have to move forward in order to get a new thing in our life. Part of the idea here is that you cannot have something new until you have made room for it, right? If your house is crowded with stuff, you can't, if you have a new sofa that you want to buy, you don't put it in the room with the old sofa. You get rid of the old sofa. Whether you sell it, or you give it away, or you donate it, or you throw it out. Whatever you do with that old sofa, you're making room for the new sofa, right? This is very similar. So what I'm asking you to think about as you approach Samhain, and this is something you would do over several weeks. It's not something you have to do all at once. You could do it like as you proceed moving forward to Samhain. Is every day or every couple days, write down something that you think isn't serving you anymore. Has it died? Is it no longer of service? Is it something that you need to unburden yourself of? Do you need to be rid of this thing? Maybe it's a relationship. Maybe it's holding on to an old ideal that just doesn't work anymore. You know, for me, like, I have a history of an eating disorder, so I had to give up this idea that I was ever going to be this skinny little nothing, you know, this little tiny person, because I just can't, right? It's not worth my time anymore at this point in my life, at this age. So many more important things I want to do than just be skinny. So I actually burned that one year at Samhain to say, I give up. I'm not carrying this anymore. I'm not holding myself to this ideal anymore. And the reason that I did it was so that it wasn't always in my head. So that I could fill that space with something else. I could do something else with that mental, spiritual, physical energy. That's not to say I don't work out, I don't do things for my health, but I'm not like focused on being the little skinny model anymore. I make other effort, right? My effort goes to being healthy. My effort goes to spending time with my family. My effort goes to connecting with my community. That's what's important, right? So for me, find out, what are the things that don't serve you anymore? What are you holding on to? Is it an old pattern? Is it something that your parents thought was really important? Is it something your ex-husband or your ex-wife thought was important? Is it something that you did for your kids and now your kids are grown and you don't need to do that thing anymore? Is there something that's more important to you, the old you, than the current you, but you just don't know how to put it down? Burn the remnants, right? When you gather them, you decide, is this still important to me? When you burn them, you're saying, no, I'm done. Samhain is a great time to unburden yourself. Samhain is the perfect time in the witch world, or in the Wiccan world, or the pagan world, depending on where you fit in that spectrum, to divest yourself of things that no longer serve you. Right? You don't have to hold on to them. And burning them, fire shows up at almost every witchy ceremony, ritual, tradition, because fire creates transformation. So by putting something in the fire, you are transforming it. You're agreeing to transform it. By me saying, I'm not going to hold on to the skinny ideal anymore, I transformed it into something else. I could focus on my health. I could focus on my family. I could focus on my husband. I could focus on my spiritual practice. I could focus on my education. when I wasn't obsessed with being that little skinny model anymore. You can do that. You have the right to do it. In fact, I would argue you have the obligation to do it. Life goes in a circle. Life constantly is going away and coming back, going away and coming back. And we have a responsibility to participate in that. And as witches, we have like this unique connection to doing that. Not only do we have permission, we're kind of mandated. We have this kind of order of the universe that we get to participate in that with awareness, consciousness, saying, no, I'm participating. I'm going to renew myself. Right? So as you get closer to Samhain, I want to ask you to gather the remnants and that you're going to burn. What are the things that don't serve you anymore, and how are you going to get rid of those? Hopefully you're going to gather them over the course of the Samhain season of October. If you get them, just, get a little list of Post-its. Every day, write a remnant. Fold it up, crunch it up, whatever you got to do. Stick it in a bowl. And then at the end of the month, review them. Decide which ones need to go. Set those on fire safely, of course. Don't bring your house down. But yeah, so that's what we're going to do. You're going to gather and burn the remnants this year. So I hope you are enjoying these videos. There's so much more to come. There's so much really fun stuff that we're going to do to get ready for the witchy season. I'm really enjoying doing these for you, so I hope that you're enjoying getting them. If you haven't subscribed to them in your inbox, just go to witchdaily.com and you can subscribe. We will see you tomorrow. Have a witchy day.